Hey everybody, so welcome to Drummond Koss. I did the Black Talon Flashpoint off camera. If you want to actually see me do it, head on over to my Sith Warrior playlist, and that's where I show the dark side version of that. I will be doing also the light side version of that Flashpoint in my Imperial Agent one. And I know Cam has a conversation, but we'll do that in a bit. For now, let's check in here at Drummond Koss.
Yorst Minsk Arias Sismos
Quiet, bodyguard. Save your hissing for your own kind. As for you, slave, Darth Scotia is passing. Best get out of his way.
If you like his armor, it's available in the market. Which, if you're playing a cyborg, yeah, I could definitely see going for that, like a cyborg Darth, like Sith Warrior. Oh yeah, that's definitely the kind of like type of armor that you could rock as a cyborg, in my opinion.
You sent that weakling apprentice to kill me.
It looks like I didn't try hard enough. I won't make the same mistake twice. Give your master a message for me. My eye is on her, and I know. Tell her that. I know what she's trying to do here on Drummond Koss. You and your master have gotten this far, but it ends here, slave. I alone have the key. Tell her that. You and your master have no future on Drummond Koss or in the Sith Order. Tell her that. Now, get out of my way.
What do you think? Can you eat him?
Johnny Bragais, uns in Freistobnajal.
Fools.
Bad for digestion. I like how it sounds like my character was just grumbling after he left, like... Some leftover stuff from when I did the, Flashpoint. Huh. This is what it actually looked like, which is not bad, but nah, we'll rock this. Though I think we're actually going to be finding a replacement mask. Because there is one you actually can get in this story, which actually is customizable with mods and such, if you want to keep it for the whole run because of the significance that it has for your character. So, let's see.
Ready for departure.
Oh, you know, I remember back in the day when you had to go to all these locations to manually, like, discover them and unlock them. The fact that you don't have to do that anymore and you can just go on foot is kind of amazing.
Enjoy your stay.
Huh, it discovered that fast travel point by just flying by it. You see what I mean about how it seems like they really tried to help make this a much more smoother experience that, you know, compared to the olden days where you had to run on foot. It's like, oh no, you can just go ahead and use this speeder here and then unlock the fast travel points and then you'll be fine. Look at that. I discovered all those just by getting here.
In Teufel Atraus. Teufel atraus.
Before we head over to see Zash over there, let's go see the trainer real quick. Since I did pick up a couple of levels. We're also going to have to go by the cantina to have a chat with Kem.
At last, a worthy disciple.
There's my heroic moment.
Be gone.
I can run really fast. Actually, put that there since it goes hand in hand with darkness. So let's go to the cantina. We talk with Kem first.
Nagaay wisandans ni namans for is. Selon se karikai. In bizo se waitai spila presin kretai. In pise e wanata atragata injais.
By the time we're done, you will have fed to excess.
Anims jai fragibans. Imbate sunjas. Puijangardos wai parpana.
He liked that. They also, it seems like one things they did was fix and improve the companion system. What I mean by that is, it used to be that, of course, you had to care about approval, how much positive and negative approval to continue their story, because they had to be a high enough approval. Now it seems like no matter what approval you're getting, you're increasing their influence. You'll see I already have him up to level 6. I haven't picked all the ones that he likes, but it still increases the influence with him. So it seems like they tried to do away with that whole restriction, because probably players were having, an annoying time trying to deal with it, and I can totally understand why. I had my own personal annoyances with it, because sometimes you had to spend a lot of time and credits in order to increase their approval to continue their story, and it got annoying at times. Really annoying.
In Teufel atraus.
Hello, Master Zash.
Baru jamunja.
Are you acquainted with a big, ugly, half-machine Dark Lord? He had a message for you.
Damn Scotia. What business has he going behind my back, speaking to my apprentice? Trying to intimidate you, no doubt. Wretched monster. More machine than man and dangerously powerful. Ever since I arrived on Dromund Kaas as an apprentice, he's made every effort to stand in my way.
Ustaitnians an parana rahitis ni aino.
Ultimately, we cannot even begin the search for Tulakhod's ancient power with Scotia's rattling breath on our necks.
Somebody should stop him from breathing, then.
Yes, and that somebody is you. You are going to kill Scotia for me.
Is there a reason you can't do this?
Wouldn't I love to? It would be much simpler that way. I cannot be tied to Scotia's murder. Brazen power plays make the Dark Council nervous. But nobody will believe that a mere apprentice could defeat Scotia. It's impossible, and that's why it will work.
Sounds like you relax while I do your dirty work.
Dear apprentice, where I go, you go. If I go up, you come with me. Meanwhile, I must make plans for when we get there, so listen closely. I've begun to piece together the puzzle for Darth Scotia's destruction, but some elements have yet to fall into place. Out in the jungle, a group of slaves has recently revolted. They were working on a colossal statue that has since gone unfinished. I believe Scotia is hiding something of great importance near this statue. Get the archaeological plans to the area from one of the slaves, and contact me by holocommunicator.
In bizo se waitai spila presin kretai. In pise e wanata atragata indais.
Back off, Kem. Already up to rank 7. I like how he does a little wave there at the end.
Destination? Enjoy your stay.
Oh, it's down there. Just gonna double check.
Ready for departure.
Yep, there's one closer.
Baru Jamunja.
By the way, if I didn't mention it as well, I also have this set up as well, so... Though I may possibly be considering changing the hilt, depending on any possible issues it gives. Now, there are some side quests to this area, but I don't think they're mandatory to do anymore. Now, back in the day, it was absolutely mandatory that you did every quest that there was in this, you know, just anytime you came across a quest, pick it up and do it. Because, you know, leveling. You had to get them to get XP in order to level, in order to be able to progress. You know, it's like how in certain, well, it's like how back in World of Warcraft, it used to be that you had to get to a certain level in order to progress to a certain zone. Otherwise, the zone was just too strong for you to progress. Until they started changing it where the zones would level with you. So you could just go about, you know, doing the questing and such at your own leisure. And that was something I preferred, you know, and much rather enjoyed, that I could now choose how I wanted to go about the story with my character, as opposed to the game dictating it to me by saying, you're not a high enough level, you have to go do these other things you don't want to do in order to level, in order to progress, because it's mandatory, because otherwise you literally won't be able to progress through the game, and, I don't like that. I hated that. In this game, it was, it was a slog at times, you know. Alright. Alright, Cam, we gotta start taking down some of these rebels. Rebel scum. He didn't have it. just gonna have to keep killing them until one of them eventually drops the fragments for me. There we go.
Does this mean you found them? You found the archaeological plans?
Hope there's not too much blood on them.
Oh, no. I've read much, much worse. Now, let me see. Ah, yes. How clever. There's a chamber hidden under the Colossus itself. I bet my complete collection of Naga Sado's Yavin 4 writings that you'll find what we're looking for in this chamber.
I'll get inside if I have to destroy the whole Colossus.
Such zeal. But destroying the Colossus won't be necessary. There should be a hidden entrance near the Colossus. It looks like Scotia has an entire underground base. You're looking for a tablet. The tablet is the symbol of leadership of an obscure Trandoshan cult. The lizards believe it was a gift from their deity, the Scorekeeper. Scotia stole the tablet and uses it to exert control over his Trandoshan bodyguards. Give them their relic, and Scotia's power over his bodyguards will turn to vapor.
His own defenses will be his downfall.
You could try it. It might weaken him a little. Scotia's not stupid enough to retain guards who could actually overpower him. The main thing is to keep Scotia's bodyguards off you. The plans suggest Scotia's apprentices guard this base. I don't doubt they hold the keys to acquiring the Trandoshan tablet. Best kill them all to be sure.
Inubis just nas jans, now mipan astana tods jans. Afragiban.
Has this whole bunker here.
Afragiban.
Oh, looks like I tripped the alarm. Boy, it's so cool and fun to be able to, like, summon down abilities like this. Like, man, there's just such an appeal to it. Alright. Look, we may as well clean house. Leave no witnesses alive.
Kapagawan.
Back off. got that done for this character. I'll sort that out later.
Baru Jamunja.
Well, hello there. Thank you. The tablet. Ken was like, oh, but I was gonna eat him. Back to the Sith Sanctum. Actually, hold on. No, never mind. That's right, there's a trainer near where she is. But I should also go over here and kind of work on my inventory for a moment.
Please use all products only as intended. Be well.
Okay. Lots of stuff.
Baru Jamunja.
I do like this new conquest system, that as you're just doing content, you're able to fill that out and get stuff like this. I do find it funny that they include PvP stims here. It's like, but I have no interest in doing PvP. So why am I getting this? Oh well. So now how do I actually look? We'll stick with this.
I've recovered
we go.
the Trandoshan relic.
Then we've both had success in our endeavors. But the Trandoshan bodyguards are only part of Scotia's defense. His greatest weakness is that he's mostly machine. The rogue Sith Lord, Grathan, is holding a cyborg expert named Dorotsek captive. He has developed a neutralizer for me, the kind that should destroy Scotia's cyborg elements. Find Dorotsek, get him to tell you where the neutralizer is, and then silence him.
Do you have any other instructions for me?
No, that's all for now. Grathan's estate is in the jungle. Interrogate the scientist. With any luck, Scotia will soon be out of our way, and then we'll be free to pursue Tulak Horde's lost power as we please.
Ustait nians an parana, rahitis ni aino.
Ah, way down there.
Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
I'll check the other one that looks like it might be a little closer when we get there. It's the wall. No, not that wall. Huh. I actually forgot that Dromund Kaas apparently had a story arc here. There we go. It took a moment. Right, now let's see.
Destination?
Oh, it's going over here, isn't it? Nah. We'll go back to the wall, and then we'll just kind of make our way down here. The Revanite Compound. That's what this is. I forgot.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about the whole Revanite and Revan thing in this game. That's a whole separate thing to discuss. You know, from the storyline on this planet going forward, and then of course there was, I don't know if it was an actual full-on expansion. I don't recall, but I do recall there was a huge chunk of content that did involve the return of Revan.
Afragiban.
Which I think I recall a lot of players saying they were not happy about it, but that's a whole separate thing. So I'm not even going to bother touching that. Like in terms of discussing it here. Probably not even going to show it on camera. I'm really wanting to just stick with mainly just the class quests and possibly the story arc quests, but maybe not on this character. I might possibly do those off camera, just on my own. But if I actually even do show the story arc quest lines for the planets, it's probably going to be on, I I don't know, probably my Sith Warrior, at least for the dark side. And if I did also decide to do the light side version, it would probably be my Imperial Agent. Otherwise, they're just extra stuff that I can do off camera. Not a big deal.
Afragiban. In Twyfel Atraus.
Knock knock.
Please, tell me Lord Zash sent you. Please, I can't stand it here any longer. I don't want to die.
Are you Grathan's cyborg expert in chains?
Yes, I am, and I got just what you need. Just what Lord Zash ordered. My finest work yet, though I don't quite see what the use of it is.
Why, to fell a Darth, my anxious friend.
But that's just what I'm saying. I don't know how useful it actually is. Lord Zash commissioned this weapon against cyborgs. The thing is, most cyborgs are only 10% machine. You need someone at least 50% machine for the neutralizer to do any real damage.
Tell me where it is, or I'll kill you.
If you want it, take it. It's only a prototype, but I guess it'll work if there's one droid you really want to bash. It's in the lab building, can't be missed. But Grantham wouldn't let me have the power cells I need to power it. You'll need to steal those off his droids.
Looks like it's your turn to die now.
No, please. Lord Zash said she'd free me.
You know, I don't think I've ever actually done a light side Inquisitor. I might do that at some point. Try it out, see what it's like. I mean, I think I've looked up light side Inquisitor, but I don't know. For one thing, the voice actor just seems to naturally be able to pull off the dark side choices. My opinion. Just on the way he's able to do some of those things. Aha, the droids. It's like in WoW. Once you read the text and know what you're doing, it's like, oh, now I know what I'm supposed to do. I say that jokingly because of the amount of players I've heard over the years that have said they never bother reading the text. But then again, this is SWTOR, or Tor, if you prefer, where you don't necessarily have to, as long as you're paying attention to the cutscenes and the voice acting. Because then it should provide you as much of the information that you need. Got to level 18 just from getting here.
Baru Jamunja.
I probably have very little trash to deal with because of that other player that was here. It's just my guess.
Baru Jamunja. Nandin Quipans. Teufel Atraus.
I may as well leave no witnesses. But as we continue through this story, I hope my point that I was saying earlier kind of becomes evident, where as we continue to do dark side choices, it just sounds like the voice actor, who I've heard has a lot of stage acting on his resume, that he's just able to naturally just pull off more dark side choices with his voice acting, compared to if he does light side, he wouldn't exactly sound like a full-on good guy, you know what I mean? Compared to, say, the voice of, like, Travis Willingham, who voiced Turalian in Legion, where it was like, okay, we need someone who sounds like a really good, like, paladin, you know, like a good guy. And then we have Travis Willingham as Turalian going, "In the name of the light." You know, if they got Travis Willingham to voice a Jedi in this game, I would be like, oh yeah, he's definitely, like, a light side Jedi. Like, in the name of the light side of the Force. You know. Compared to this guy, who just seems to naturally be able to pull off the whole, "killing you will be such fun." Okay.
Baru Jamunja.
The Cyber Neutralizer. And then I can just fast travel back to Zash without having to worry about a cooldown. Love it. Oh, this game is so much nicer to go through than it used to be. I'm telling you guys, if that thing was on cooldown, I would have had to leave on foot and just hightail it to the taxi to make it back here. And oh my gosh, it was such a chore. The amount of cooldowns and such that just made this game just a trog to get through at times. It's so much better now. Much faster, smoother, just more enjoyable, less like, you know, like the, you know, the running around and such, like in other MMOs and like how older Vanilla WoW used to be, where it was just like, oh my gosh, I gotta do all this running on foot.
I sense you will go far.
Aha, another heal.
Baru Jamunja.
Ooh, an interrupt. Let's just say also back then, because this was my first MMO, I didn't necessarily know what I was doing gameplay-wise, you know, when it comes to how to play your character in an MMO, compared to now, where now after years of playing not just this game, but also World of Warcraft, and even playing WoW on higher levels of play, that I feel like I'm a much more knowledgeable player now, where I can actually be able to look at these things and know what I would do. And almost instinctively, I want to actually try to rebind this, but now I'm realizing, oh wait, this is Tor. I don't necessarily have to bother doing that, because I'm not exactly doing high-level gameplay or anything. I'm just doing easy story mode difficulty stuff just to show this, just to do the story. So,
Not a moment too soon, apprentice. Tell me we were successful. Tell me you have the tech we need to destroy Scotia.
It's time to kill Scotia.
Fantastic. Magnificent. Perfect. Then the time to do the deed is now. Scotia is in his chambers as we speak. Be ready. Even with the power you have over him, he will be a frightful sight.
Kahosida pat wait what day up.
Set your nerves of cortosis. Turn your fear into hatred. Remember, Scotia stands between us and glory.
I don't see how you plan to make this work.
The relic you found under the Colossus is the key to Scotia's power over his Trandoshan bodyguards. Go to Scotia's chambers and show them the relic. The Trandoshans should stand down, or attack him or something. The confusion should be enough. This is the first step.
Then I use the anti-cyborg prototype to disable him, right?
Exactly. With the bodyguards gone, you can get close enough to Scotia to use the prototype you stole from Grathans. But be mindful. Scotia may be more machine than man, but he's no weakling in the Force. Killing him will still be a challenge.
Do you really think I'm ready for this?
Of course. You ravaged 4 tombs on Korriban and tainted a shard. What's a crippled Dark Lord to you? I wish I could be there to see the contortions on Scotia's malformed face when you destroy him. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm due to make an appearance at a party in the Nexus Room Cantina. Meet me there when you're done.
Because that's her alibi. So while we go kill Scotia, she is going to be at this party in the cantina, because when he's dead, how can they accuse her of killing him if she was at this party the whole time? It's actually a brilliant plan on Zash's part.
I see. Nothing yet. What makes this slave so bold as to enter my chambers? Tell me, slave, are you insane, or do you have a death wish?
I've been asked to kill you, and I hate to disappoint.
No.
If you think this is bad, you should meet my other personality.
Skisk. Kill him.
I'm your master now.
Clever. Zash must have stayed up many a night to think of that one. I suppose you'll be sending my bodyguards away now, or maybe you'll order them to kill me.
Sounds like a fun idea.
It should at least be entertaining. Tear him to pieces.
You shouldn't have done that. The bodyguards, they're nothing. Show. But you subverted my authority, took my slaves from me, and that makes me angry. And killing you will be over too soon. No. I think you're going to have to suffer first.
Afragiban.
So this is heroic moment. Yeah, it's really strong.
What is this? Ha! Did you... Zash! Zash! You've killed me!
Weaklings are like clay in my hands.
Mindless. You don't know what Zash can do. Think of how many years she must have spent plotting my death. She will kill you, just like she's killed me.
If that day comes, I'll be ready for her.
So now... By the way, this lasts for 2 minutes. And it gives you... yeah. It restores your health by 2% every 3 seconds. It requires you to have a companion, and it lasts for 2 minutes. And then you get access to all these incredibly powerful abilities that you collect from finishing the stories. So you can see, just to reiterate, I have Orbital Strike, which is from the Trooper. I have Flamethrower from the Bounty Hunter. I can throw debris at my target. Force Lightning at my target. Force Sweep. Dirty Kick from the Smuggler. Plasma Grenade, I think that's from the Agent. And Force Choke from my Warrior. And they all do pretty strong amounts of damage. We'll go ahead and turn it off. Also, my stim wore off. Chem went back down.
Well, when I'd heard she'd taken up with a Mandalorian, I was scandalised. Just scandalised.
Scandalised?
Does nobody value Sith blood these days?
I know. Don't you think so, Zach?
She looks so bored.
This is Amin's Whitehouse fools. Gawen Dida seek from Tauhans.
Yeah, Kim is just not having it.
I need to have a quick chat with my apprentice.
If you must. Now, as I was saying.
Thank the Emperor you've arrived. It doesn't matter how much one drinks. These parties are just dull, 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 dull. I hope you've come to cheer me up.
One of the things I like about Zash's character, although this is a huge trend for me with this game, is that I like her voice acting. I think her voice actor does a great job. You know, like, at times she really does get across certain types of, things through in her voice acting. Like that line there. These parties are just dull, 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 dull. I really like that kind of voice acting, that when they put that little extra effort in there. So, anyways.
I have dismantled the machine.
He's dead then? Excellent. You have performed magnificently, apprentice. None of this would have been possible without you.
Lord Zash.
Darth Thanaton, I'm honored.
So, I want you to remember this guy, Thanaton. He will be important going forward in this story. Just remember him.
You going to introduce me?
Sorry, I'll just be a minute. Don't go anywhere. I have some further instructions for you. As I said, my lord, I'm honored, but why call me?
You have nerve, Zash. Nerve. But I thought you were smarter.
With all respect, Darth Thanaton, I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play ignorant with me, Zash. Scotia's dead, and you killed him.
Scotia? Dead? That's the first I've heard of it. When did this happen?
Just now, Zash, and you know it. What did you expect to gain? His position? His title? You know it doesn't work that way. Where's your discretion?
Discretion? I've been at this party for ages. I may have had a little much to drink, but I'm fairly certain I haven't murdered anyone. Though I have always fancied Scotia's chambers. So much more shelf space.
Zash, I don't want to have this conversation by hollow. Report to my chambers immediately.
Yes, Darth Thanaton. It'll be my pleasure.
What was that all about?
Give me time to talk to Thanaton, and then meet me in Darth Scotia's chambers. And don't worry, you've played your part, now it's time for me to play mine. We did it, apprentice.
I like how this says go to Darth Scotia's former chambers. Oh my. That is some flair right there. I decided to give my character here the title of Imperial Scholar. But I imagine that's going to change soon. Yeah, notice that now... Yeah, well...
There he is. It's Lord Zash's apprentice. Surely he knows.
You wouldn't tell us if he did.
Warpines Brigan Iswis Buidan.
Still, it doesn't hurt to ask, does it?
Colonel, let it rest.
I will not let it rest. Everyone knows Lord Zash was at the party when Scotia was killed, and yet everyone knows she killed him. She somehow devised a way of being in two places at once. If I let it rest, we'll all be dead.
You see what I mean?
Don't be silly. I'm the one who killed Scotia.
Now you're the one who's being silly.
I wouldn't underestimate him, Colonel. He looks dangerous enough to me.
But a Dark Lord of the Sith? He's only an apprentice, Calaveras. Please, you must tell me. How did Zash kill Darth Scotia?
How many times do I have to say it? It was me. Me.
Clearly he's not saying...
I just wanted to hear that.
Colonel...
Don't be silly.
Now, please.
Lord Zash is innocent.
Clearly he's not saying anything, Colonel. Let it rest.
Alright, hold on. Let me hear the other one.
I will.
Don't. Well, first she got a droid, and then a wig.
Clearly he's not saying anything, Colonel. Let it rest.
Fine then, fine. But I'm warning you, Calaveras. Lord Zash is becoming too powerful too quickly. Since when has anyone in the history of the Sith committed a murder so brazenly, yet made it appear that she was somewhere else the entire time? It's enough to wake the Emperor, I tell you.
Darth Zash. Well... And boy, when she was talking about better chambers with more shelf space, she wasn't kidding. Although there's more to it than that, but you can already tell also, not only does she have a new title of Darth Zash instead of Lord, but she also has shoulder pads! You know, just to re-emphasize that she's a Darth, because of course, Darths have to have shoulder pads!
Perfect timing, apprentice. I just met with that insufferable Thanaton, and I have good news.
Who is this Darth Thanaton?
Darth Thanaton sits just below the Dark Council in authority. He commands me, he commands you. Scotia was his little pet, but the other council members were more impressed with our little sleight of hand. You would have been proud of me. I went into a reprimand, but I emerged a Darth.
Do I get a promotion too?
For now, you remain my capable apprentice. However, a Darth can raise an apprentice to a lord, so your prospects just improved. Remember
I'm
the
a
map
lord.
of Korriban that pointed us to the power of Tulak Horde? The first piece of that artifact, that power is here on Drummond Cass. This piece is in the deepest chamber of the Dark Temple. Scotia always hoarded the key to the chamber like a Hutt hoards his credits. Now I have Scotia's title, his chambers, his research, and his key. He always said I would enter the Dark Temple over his rusting corpse. However,
That's right.
I won't be the one to go into the Dark Temple. You will.
Of course I will.
I always have to do your dirty work.
Taupain aipain, karahita bawarp.
Before I went to Korriban to choose an apprentice, a furious apparition awakened in the Dark Temple, implacable in its anger, murdering all who trespassed on the innermost chamber. But I had a dream. An apprentice of low origin humbled himself before the apparition, pacifying it. That's why you and your peers were singled out.
Wait. You want me to bow to this apparition?
You must go into the temple and face the apparition. And when you do, I believe that your humility will be the key. Still, I want you to know, I'm not certain you're the one from my dream. I fear I may be sending you to your death.
You're a Sith. Start acting like one.
You're right. You retrieved the holocron from Korriban when no one else could. If that's not proof of your destiny, I don't know what is. Tulak Hold's power awaits us both. We must not lose sight of this goal. Use this glyph to enter the innermost chamber of the Dark Temple. Humble yourself before the apparition, and bring back the piece of the artifact.
Sai galut saida, iswis us urf bandan, ja atnam, in puidangarja. Aru jamunja.
Okay, so when we return, we will be heading to the Dark Temple. Stay tuned.